Hello, everybody. It's the Worm, and I'm back with some more VLR. Yes, we're back. And today we're going to have a little chat, I think. Yes. There was a reveal last time, and, well, um, I guess I kind of have to talk about it, huh? I can't just ignore it and move on. Yeah? Nah, I don't think that'll fly. Yeah. So let's start just with that before anything else. Before Yeah, okay. So, what was the reveal? The reveal seems to be that our big, um, what do I call him? Suited boy, Mr. K, seems to have Sigma's face. At least that is what Sigma told us there. And, well, here's the thing. So, about this reveal, it was surprising. And okay, it was surprising, but I don't feel shocked, if that makes sense. Rather, I feel a bit more just kind of confused. So, I've been thinking about it a bit, and I've just decided okay, enough thinking. Let me actually try to vocalize my thoughts here. Maybe that'll help me more in trying to work this out. Now, if I've forgotten something crucial, that wouldn't surprise me, to be honest. But if I've forgotten something crucial that has occurred in the past, a detail that is a crucial part of this particular puzzle, and you want to say, hey, hey, idiot, you forgot this. I'm totally cool with you reminding me of that, because obviously, if I'm not working with all the puzzle pieces, I can't finish the puzzle. But here's the thing. It didn't feel shocking because just think of all the sort of stuff that has been revealed to us thus far about the what is it, the Zero Escape series, the three games. Of the two games so far, just consider what has been revealed to us as existing. It is on the table. Okay, we've got clones, we've got AI. We've got androids that look like people. We've got cold sleep. We've got potentially space travel. We've got more of a genetic field. We've got timeline hopping. We've got, I don't know, just there feels like there's so much potential here that I'm not entirely sure where to begin. I mean, how are we supposed to take this, right? Is one of them going to be a clone? Is one of them going to be an android? Um, is did one of them get facial reconstruction or plastic surgery? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think that's on the table, funnily enough. But um, okay, so let's try to work through with some facts here. Kay claims from his memories that he grew up in this facility here. So, and I've thought in the past that maybe this is a facility. This specific facility was involved with the cult, um, that Dio is a part of, and we know for a fact that that cult was involved with cloning. So maybe K's a clone. Maybe it could be something like that, and maybe Sigma is the original, um, or I don't know if the thing is, we got that whole thing with Sigma bleeding that white substance rather than blood. But then at the same time, he is also able to be affected by all the drugs and injections. So, is he a robot? Is he not a robot? Is he just a cyborg? I don't know. I don't know what the barrier between those sorts of things can be, um, or if he's an AI, can the AI just mimic the sensation of those drugs? and disease. You know, that might be pushing it a bit too far. I don't know. Um, I don't know. I'm not sure. I guess we can. I remember there was a figure. I'm thinking about it now. This might be unrelated. In Kay's memories, we did see. I remember there was a figure who I remember commenting that it looked like he had Dio's coat. So I was that the guy who claimed he was Zero in the director's office. I'm wondering if that's the case. That would mean that Zero would be Kay's quote unquote father. I don't know. Kay got amnesia, or at least still claims amnesia. Kay also gave us that Kay seemed to be when he got his memories back, right? And that he remembered the woman. That's why he got revenge for that woman by killing Dio. Um, does that? But that makes me think he's much more aware of the situation, at least with his memories back, because he told us a password, and he did it in a way which suggested that he's aware of the timelines, right? Because obviously, um, we were about to die, so what use would it be in telling him unless you thought, unless unless Kay thought we would somehow be able to remember it in another timeline, maybe. Mm, I don't know. So yeah, I'm just kind of again. It feels like I'm overloaded a bit. I mean, it feels like there's so many things. Maybe K's the original, and Sigma's life has been a lie up to this point. And I don't know. Can they? If it's an AI, right? Can they be programmed with memories? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how exactly that all works there. Mm, yeah. So, I mean, it very well could be the case that the game has already given me the answer and or giving me all the pieces, and I've just forgot some of the pieces and can't put it all together. And maybe seeing Kay's face was supposed to be the final piece that put the story together, and I'm just missing it. That's fair enough. But currently, I feel like I need more because I just don't know. I don't know how that. I'm not sure how that changes things really. Question is why? Why would there be a clone or a an android made to look like K if he's the original, or in the reverse, if Sigma's the original, why would they make a clone or android of him? Well, K presumably, I mean, we saw the picture of him as a kid, so presumably he grew up. So um, he would either have to be the original or a clone rather than android if that's the case. It would be kind of funny if he was an android because we got during Kay's backstory, we got that whole conversation about how he had a kind of he looked down on androids because he didn't consider um, their displayed emotions to be real, rather that they were just programmed, and so he looked down on them. It'd be kind of funny if he was an android. But of the two, I'd say our Sigma has more of a chance of being an android than K does. Mm, I'm just, yeah, I'm just not sure. Um, anyway, it's just a couple people have said, "Hey, this is a huge, crazy reveal," and it's certainly a reveal. I'm just, I didn't get a again, as I said at the beginning, I didn't get like a shocked reaction. Like my entire world has been flipped on its head. It was more like, oh, he has our face. What does that mean? So, but again, I could see it. I could just be missing something crucial here um, that should be turning my whole worldview of this game upside down or something. I don't know. Yeah, so I guess I'll leave it at that for now. If anything else, if I think of anything else going forward, I'll be sure to mention it if I can recall. Um, but yeah, so that was definitely probably the big reveal of last time. We also started another route where we were able to duplicate some Excelavir, and so we gave Alice and Quark some Excelavir. And now we went into an AB game. I believe we were with Alice, and we picked to ally. So let's go ahead and see the results of that. And I'm actually very curious because this is the first time we've gotten so far with everyone alive. So definitely kind of excited about that. So let's see what happens next. Am I recording properly? It looks like it, yes.
Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
Luna and I stepped out of the AB room. All right, let's go have a look at the results.
Okay.
Results
Oh, yeah.
from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed.
In this Ambidex game, Phi is in a terrible position. I just remembered that. Phi's in a really terrible position. I think she has to vote Betray. Because Dio claimed he's going to ally because he wouldn't kill a person, but I don't buy it from him. So I think she had to pick Betray, but I guess we'll. But is she willing to risk the other person's life? I can't remember who it was, but yeah.
Please direct your attention to the results screen.
We'll find out. Not surprising. Not surprising. That's surprising. When did she... Okay, before I get to that, yep, not surprising. I remember we talked through this. Clover was given the orders from Alice to go for it, to try and escape. So I'm not surprised she hit Betray. And we know from K, whenever he gets within, he tends to, ally or betray strategically until he gets within 3 of 9, and then he'll try to go for it himself. So that's not surprising. Yes, this is not. This is. Phi kind of had to do this because Dio was definitely just going to betray, and she needed to survive. So I'm sure she didn't want to kill Tenmyoji, but her assumption that Dio was going to betray, and her need to survive probably outweighed her thought of Tenmyoji. So yes, that's not surprising. But this here, huh? See, and this is why we shouldn't have. We should have kept at least one bottle of Excelavir. Uh-oh. Just Alice with the steel chair coming out of nowhere, huh? That got me.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly.
Just no mercy either. Just Just,
Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
What? It wasn't possible. I blinked, rubbed my eyes, and looked again. No. That's not possible. Oh, wait, what am I saying with Excelivir? No, that's not, It doesn't inject us with Radical 6. It injects us with the Tubocurarine and the Soparil. Sorry. Sorry about that. I got my, my wires crossed up in my memory. Never mind. Never mind. That whole Excelivir thing doesn't matter for this. Sorry. How can Alice's vote be betray? It was a question I would never know the answer to. There was a sharp, quick pain in my wrist, barely even noticeable. I couldn't feel anything flowing through my veins, but I knew it was there. First would be the anesthetic Soparil. I blinked and my vision started to blur. When I tried to think, it felt like my mind had been stuffed with cotton. My legs began to wobble, then gave out entirely as I crumpled to the floor.
Sigma! Sigma! Hang on! Oh no! Sigma! Get up!
Sigma! Sigma!
No.
Even Dio, huh?
Why?
My eyelids felt like they were made of lead, but I forced them open. Everything was going blurry, but I noticed the door of the second AB room was open. No one had gone into that room. I'd watched them all. And yet, there she stood, an apparition that couldn't possibly be real. Alice. The world was gradually going black, and my mouth refused to form words, but my head echoed with questions. How? Why? What was she doing there? Had she run in at the last moment after Luna and I entered our room? That was kind of my assumption. But even if she had, why choose betray? Well, there's a question. There's the issue with I have to think back. I can't remember the exact conversation she had with Clover. She definitely said one of us needs to get out of here to tell, the authorities or the government or whoever they mean to contact what's going on. But is that enough of an explanation? Would she do that even if it meant killing another person? Is she that stone cold? That's the question I have. Or is there a different explanation? Then the darkness closed over my mind as well, and my questions were gone forever. Wow, very, very quick bad end there. Alice, game over. That was very fast. My goodness. Well, we should get our answer if we just betray. Could this be it? The fabled all-betray round? Have we had an all-betray round before? I want to say yes. I want to say we have had an all-betray round before. Luna and I stood at the AB room.
Why? What happened to... It's not fair to betray someone who isn't voting.
I got a premonition, Luna. She did vote. I saw it in a dream, so I had to act on it. That's the only rational option, I swear.
I thought...
There was nothing I could think of to say. Even if I didn't really understand why I'd picked betray instead. Excuse me, even I didn't really understand the reason why I'd picked betray instead. It had almost felt unconscious, like some other part of my mind was making the decision. Perhaps I'd been possessed by some sort of evil spirit that had moved my finger to the betray button against my will. Right, well, we should probably go see the results.
Really? We already know what they are. It's just simple math.
The look in her eyes was more painful than any punch I'd ever taken. I turned away and almost ran toward the projector. Anything to get away from those eyes. Alright, is the game gonna pull some shenanigans?
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Let's see if there's any shenanigans. Nope, no shenanigans. The fabled all betray round.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly.
See, Luna? I was doing what was right for both of us. But especially me, you know, because I would have died otherwise.
Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
What? It was impossible. I blinked, rubbed my eyes, and looked again. No. How can Alice's vote be betray? That's not possible. Alice? She was standing inside the second room from the left. The room that should have been empty. Why? My mind was still reeling. Where had she come from? As I was trying to form a sentence, she began to move toward us. From around me, I heard a chorus of muted gasps. It seemed we were united in our surprise and confusion. Alice drew to a stop in front of me and glanced up at the display.
Thought you'd get an easy couple points, huh? Not so easy when you have to look your victim in the eye, is it?
Okay, Alice, I'm not buying this. I'm not buying it for several reasons, but let's hear it.
Coward.
Me, a coward? You've got some balls saying that to me after you picked Betray. Why are you even here?
You gave me the antivirus, didn't you?
Oh, and this is quite a fine way to repay me, huh?
Tenmyoji told me. Thank you. I mean that from the bottom of my heart, honestly.
But you should still be under the effects of the anesthetic.
Yes, well, I still am. A bit. I have a throbbing headache, and I can barely stand. It's horrible. I'm more resistant to anesthetics than most people, a result of my training. I have a feeling Zero Senior knew that. They gave me way more than the standard dose of that gas when they kidnapped me. In any event, a few minutes ago I woke up in the infirmary. Tenmyoji explained what was going on, and I got here as fast as I could.
So you showed up right after we'd gone into the AB room.
Yes, right in the nick of time, too. About 10 seconds before the deadline, as I recall.
You did that just so you could betray us?
Right. What? Don't I get to do that?
What, to kill me?
I mean, it turned out to be the right thing to do, didn't it? You two chose betray. If I'd stayed back there, I'd have lost 2 points.
So you're saying it was self-defense?
Yes.
You're full of shit. Self-defense my ass. You chose Betray because you wanted out. You had 6 BP. If I'd picked Ally, you would have had 9. That's what you were trying to do, right?
So what if I was?
Are you serious? You would have killed me. Look, I only have 1 BP. You were this close to murdering me. Just admit it. You were planning to kill me so you could escape.
Don't be stupid. I knew you'd choose betray. There was...
Tell the truth.
That is the truth. Why am I the only one getting the 3rd degree here? Look at those results. 2 other people just tried to kill someone.
Fi and Dio.
Yes. If Dio had chosen Ally, Fi would have killed Tenmyoji. And if she'd chosen Ally, Dio would have killed her.
Yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying. But she doesn't have our, or I should just say my perspective that Dio would just always choose Betray forever.
I don't want to be rude, but it looks like Clover and Kay tried to trick one another.
Yes, they did.
Not that it seems to have worked. If either one had chosen Ally, the other one would have 9 BP right now.
turned to look at the results again. Before, I'd only been looking at my own. I hadn't realized that there was only one word across the whole roster. Betray. Whatever trust we'd managed to build has fallen apart. Everyone was suspicious of everyone else. Had it been the bombs? It certainly could be a motivator. Or had it been something else? Whatever the reason, if it kept up, we'd never manage to escape. We'd be trapped in a cycle of 0-point rounds for the rest of our lives. Something had to be done. I closed my eyes and took a deep breath. Alright guys, pay attention. You've probably already figured this out, but we can't keep going on like this. If we don't start being a little more trusting, we're never going to get out of here. We need to work together. I might as well have been talking to a wall.
My apologies, Sigma, but I need to think on something for a bit. I would appreciate being left alone.
Kay?
I'll be leaving too. Things are getting a little too intense here for my delicate constitution. Sorry.
Dio.
Well, in that case...
Et tu, Phi?
Yeah, sorry.
Without another word, she turned and left the warehouse. Dio and Kay quickly followed suit.
See? There's your answer. In the end, everyone's just thinking about themselves. So I would appreciate it if you could not treat me like I'm the only villain here.
No, I will continue to do that, Alice. Because you were my first betrayal ever in this game, and that left a sore spot.
Come on, Clover. Let's go.
Hold on! I'm coming! Are you feeling okay? I was really worried, you know?
I watched them walk away, Clover practically jumping with delight to have Alice back. Before long, they reached the yellow door and disappeared beyond it. Who's left? Luna? Yeah.
Everyone's gone.
You, aren't gonna leave too?
No,
Are you sure? I chose Betray.
I know, but I still believe in you, Sigma. I think your hand must have just slipped or something.
Yeah, or something.
Right?
My chest hurt, and when I blinked, I felt something hot and wet prick the corners of my eyes. Luna, I bit my lip. Before I could think of anything to say, the metallic rumble of the doors closing echoed throughout the warehouse.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the Star Round. Star keys are required to open the gates. There is no set limit on usage of the Star keys. The Ambidex gates can be opened as many times as the players wish to open them.
As many times as we want, huh?
Yes, as long as we have the star keys. That means we can keep playing the AB game over and over, too. Sigma? Could you show me your bracelet?
Why?
Do you remember what Zero Jr. said?
As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically. The pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too.
Yeah, I remember. Let's see here. I'm a cyan pair. What about you?
I'm a magenta pair.
I wonder what the others are.
They could be anything, I suppose. We won't know until we have a look.
Huh. We've got about 80 minutes until the next set of chromatic doors open. So, what should we do now?
Everyone else has gone off on their own.
Yeah. Physically and emotionally. I really don't like how this is going. It won't matter how many times we repeat the AB game if nobody trusts anybody else. We'll never be able to get out of here.
Maybe it would help if we all had a common goal. Something to unite our hearts and minds.
Yeah, but we've already got something like that. We all want to get out of here. It seems to be a pretty clear goal to me, but everybody chose betray, including me.
Well, what if we have an enemy?
An enemy?
Yes, a common foe. Like the person who set the bombs, for instance.
After coming back from the lab, I told her about the bomb while she gave Alice and Quark the Excelsior. Yeah, that might work. If we can figure out which one of us planted those bombs, then everyone else would work together against them.
Right.
But how do we figure out who it is?
Well, do you have any clues?
Clues, huh? Not in this timeline. Oh, that's right. The memory card. I pulled it out of my pocket and held it out toward her.
What's this?
I told you, a memory card. It was under the bomb we found in the lab. I think whoever set the bomb dropped it.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know what's on it, though. We couldn't find any kind of memory card reader.
Oh, I guess we can't really use it then. Oh, wait a second. You know what? I think I might have seen something.
Huh?
Yes, I remember. The infirmary. I saw it when I was searching the infirmary with Dio and Quark. There was a memory card just like that one. Yes,
Then-
I think we can see what's on it. The computer there should be able to read it.
Luna and I exploded into the infirmary, nearly running into Alice, Clover, and Tenmyoji. Quark was there as well, of course, but he was just as we'd left him, asleep on the bed.
What are you doing here?
I opened my mouth to retort, then thought better of it. If I really wanted people to start trusting each other, well, real change starts at home. As quickly as I could, I explained the second bomb and the memory card and how we'd come to find it in the infirmary in hopes that we could discover the contents of the latter. I read that wrong. That was not what was there. Let me try again. As quickly as could, I explained the second bomb and the memory card and how we'd come to the infirmary in hopes that we would discover the contents of the latter. There we go.
Then stick it in already!
Careful, Clover.
Go ahead.
Watch the phrasing there. Just as Luna had said, there was a small slot under the screen, exactly the right size to fit a memory card. Within moments, the screen was filled with what appeared to be random letters. Well, not... They seem random, but they're within an order. Let's see, is there anything I can find just by looking at this thing? Nothing's popping out to me. What is this?
6 rows, 22 letters each.
It looks like the odd rows use one set of letters, and the even rows use another set.
Yeah.
In other words, the first 2 rows just repeat.
Yeah.
Is this some kind of code or something?
It doesn't look random to me. I think there might be a pattern. I just don't know what it is.
Was there anything else on there?
No, it doesn't look like it.
So all we got is this gibberish. Hey Alice, you haven't said anything for a while. What's up?
Does any of this look familiar to you, Clover?
What do you mean?
Have you seen something like this before? Maybe during your training?
Training?
Oh, this is...
So you do recognize it.
All right, knock it off, you two. How about you share it with the rest of the class?
Alice sighed and stretched her neck from side to side.
I believe this is an encoded message from a terrorist organization.
What?
They call themselves the Myrmidons.
Myrmidons. Some reason I felt like I'd heard that name before.
What are the Myrmidons?
Put simply, they're a bunch of thugs who are trying to destroy or dismantle most of human civilization.
So this thing we're looking at, you think it's theirs?
Well, they have a number of different codes, but I do think this is one of them.
Then the bomb? It was set by one of the Myrmidons, wasn't it?
Yes, well, I can't say for sure, of course, but it seems likely.
Damn, have I got a ton of questions for you. But let me start with this one. What the heck does that thing say?
I don't know.
What?
How am I supposed to decode it? I don't have the key. Without a key, it would take literally hundreds of years to decode.
Let me check something. Okay, I have here... delete that. Let's see. Okay, yeah. I wrote down the stuff we got from Dio in that one ending. Okay, so far in terms of of codes that we got the code from K that we think is the password or username for that one route. Then we have 2 bomb codes so far, one from quote unquote 0 and then one from Dio. And then we have the numbers that were on the communication device that Dio was using. 78153, 61098, 83809, 42419, 90551. Is that relevant to this? I don't know. Do not know. Okay.
What about you, Clover?
Well, if Alice doesn't know how, I sure don't.
See.
Not much we can do then. We can come back to that code stuff later. I've got another question. Alice, Clover, who the hell are you? Well, we've already got this whole background. Why do you know about this code?
That's...
You told me your job was to eliminate enemies of the state or something like that. Just what the hell kind of job is that? I think it's time you told us what you do. Is this the Alice ending?
Sorry, but I can't.
Oh, never mind. Well, pack it up, everybody. She says she can't, she can't. Why not?
Because you might be one of them. You might be the person who set the bomb.
That's idiotic. Of course I'm not.
Really? And where's your proof? For all I know, you're my enemy. I can't tell you anything.
I'm not your enemy. I'm your ally. I'm your friend. I just want all of us to get out of here. Just please tell us. Please. We need to find out who did this so we can all escape. We have too little information. We need your help. Fine. If you won't tell us about yourself, then just tell us about the Myrmidons. What else do you know about them?
I'm sorry.
Before I could blink, she'd leapt up and run out of the room. Hey, wait. Alice? I took off after her.
How long are you going to keep following me?
Until you tell me what you know.
Then why don't you just ask Clover? You already know she works with me. Then why don't you...
I wanted to hear it from you.
Why?
That's a good question. Remember the crew quarters? Over this garden? We got paired up for 2 separate rounds. That means I've spent more time with you than anybody else here. Maybe that's it. I guess I'm just curious about you.
What are you talking about?
She spun around to hide it, but I caught a blush of red on her cheeks. We walked down the path to where it ended next to the pond. I stayed silent. Alice sat down on the bench. We gazed at the smooth surface of the pond for several long minutes before she began to speak.
You don't hate me?
What? Why?
I tried to kill you.
You mean in the AB game?
Yes. I was so scared. Who wouldn't be? Kidnapped and locked up, forced to play some sort of bizarre game. And then we found that bomb. I know I probably sounded calm, but as soon as we found that thing, all I wanted to do was run away from it as fast as I could. Things just went downhill from there.
What do you mean?
I remember hearing that Quark had collapsed and running to the infirmary with everyone else. When I got there, I realized I couldn't understand what anyone was saying, and everything looked... I don't know how to describe it. It was like watching a video on fast forward, only it was real. Then I started to feel like... It's hard to explain. I guess you could say I didn't feel like I was myself, and it only got worse.
That was probably the Radical 6.
Yes, I think so. I don't remember much after that, but when I woke up in the infirmary, suddenly all that fear was back. So all I could think about was getting out of this place as fast as I could. It never even crossed my mind that it could kill you. God help me, even if it had, I don't think I would have cared. See? I'm horrible. You hate me, don't you? Just do it!
What? Do what?
Kill me! Get it over with!
What the hell, Alice? I'm not gonna kill you. I don't even hate you.
You're lying! I could have killed you. I would have killed you.
She did kill me, actually. Come on, calm down. No one's killing anyone. A single tear rolled down Alice's cheek, then another and another, leaving shining lines across her face. When I reached out, I saw her tense just slightly. Slowly, I brushed my thumb across her cheek and off, taking her tears with it.
Why are you doing this? You know, you kind of remind me of my father.
That's who you were after, right? The people who killed your dad?
Yes.
Do they have anything to do with the Myrmidons?
Will you promise not to tell Clover that I cried?
Come on.
If you keep your mouth shut, I'll tell you what you want to know about myself and about the Myrmidons. Deal?
Sure. My lips are sealed.
Really?
What? What crying? I don't remember any crying.
Good. All right, then.
Alice took a deep breath and began. Uh-oh. Is it time? It's time! Okay, 1 second. Oh, this is gonna last a long time, isn't it? How much do we have left? We have a lot left. Let's call it here, okay? This is gonna take a while. And it's not like it's gonna be this and then it's over. There's gonna be this and then there's gonna be much more afterwards, so... Yeah, okay. Egyptian but French. So you're not an ancient Egyptian? You're not an ancient Egyptian priestess that got frozen by Ice 9 and was then in the Titanic? That makes me sad. But I guess we all have to accept the hard truths, don't we? Okay. Yeah, we're gonna call it there, I think. And we will settle in for a ton of reading next time. That's what we're gonna do. Oh, my lower back. Stretch. Okay. What else happened? Oh yeah. So game definitely threw me off with that vote there. kind of funny, but yeah. Other than that, it was just kind of dealing with the aftermath of that. So this episode was just us moving right along again. Yeah, so if obviously I don't want the answer just told to me, but if there's some critical piece of information or piece of the puzzle that I'm forgetting regarding K and Sigma, you can remind me. I don't mind that. It's just I really don't know how to, compared to just everything else that's been revealed thus far, I don't know how to fit it in with the rest of what we've got. I mean, my best guess right now, it's either someone's a clone or someone's an android, and my best guess would be that I guess Sigma is the android or the clone. I mean, part of it is the name Sigma. I mean, it's certainly not. I mean, K is a weird name too. K sounds like just. Never mind. The name, that thing doesn't work because K is weird too. Certainly the white blood thing is a big issue there. I don't know. I just don't know how to fit it in with all the rest of the stuff yet. Yeah. I mean, again, unless it's yeah. It didn't shock me as much as I think maybe it should have. For some reason, I hadn't really been thinking about K's identity for a long, like, I'm sure there are some people who probably had been, that had been a mystery for them that they'd been trying to figure out throughout the game. But for me, I don't know why, but for whatever reason, I just hadn't been thinking about that. That wasn't a mystery that I was continuing to go back to. So when it got revealed, I was just thinking, oh, okay. I guess we're doing this. Although, I guess I should have been anticipating it, because we knew there was a key for it the whole time. I just, yeah, I don't know. Okay. I'm sure we may talk about it more next time, before diving into this, in what is certainly shaping up to be the Alice route. So, okay. We'll call it there. I've been The Worm. This has been VLR, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.